This is the video review for the Classics 2-pack Ultimate Battle set. It came with it was part of the original Classics line. It came with a 2-pack of Optimus and Megatron. And as you can see, they're respective of former incarnations of themselves. Optimus Prime is, as usual, the classic red semi, and Megatron is a green tank. A clear homage to his Generation 2 form, which I reviewed just the other day. Megatron's turret does move. That's about it for posability in tank mode. He rolls alright. You can remove this gun if you don't like it. I like to keep it on the turret. Optimus has a kind of a gun turret attachment on his back, which is a little departure, but it ends up being something kind of nifty, so I can forgive it. His truck mode is less than stellar. I mentioned him in my Activators Prime review. And again, not quite going so far as ass on wheels, but not great. I wish his legs could slide down in here a little bit, so bring these up a little closer. He looks a little silly with his full legs hanging off the back. But there he is. There isn't a whole lot to say about that. Red semi, gun attachment. To transform him, first off, and here's where this gets neat. You pull the gun attachment off, you flip this down, and fold it up, and it becomes Prime's rifle, which has a very Tommy gun feel to it with this little cylindrical cartridge. And I think that's really cool. I like the idea of Prime carrying a Tommy gun. You take his waist, and first you want to flip out his arms, like this. Again, almost standard Prime transformation, except you just flip out his fist instead of plugging them in. Pop up his head, and turn it around. I turn him around at the waist, and then basically these side panels flip up to form his torso, and then the waist slides down and pushes in to lock it in place. Flip up his feet, split his legs, and you're done. In robot mode, he's actually a pretty cool little version of Prime. He's crazy posable. He's got hinge elbows, ball joint shoulders. His head can turn, ball joint hips, hinge knees, and his feet can move a little bit just due to the transformation joint. But he can hit a lot more poses than your standard Prime figure. It's very cool. We'll put him to the side for a minute. Megatron, as I said, he's the tank. Pop the gun off, and you can go ahead and flip this piece out if you want. That's going to form Megatron's handgun. And then basically you pull this back half down, like so. Split the legs apart, flip the feet down and out, down and out. Stands like this. You want to rotate this entire turret assembly around like this, and then you flip the arms out and down, rotate it around so his fist is there, and do the same over here. This, and you can give him his handgun right here. Now this arm, I usually flip this around. How do I usually do this? Like that. So it kind of looks like he's holding a gun in a hand. This is attached because there was a spin gimmick here. You could push this button and this would spin, but I disabled that because it was silly and half the time didn't work. And I like this, but it looks like he's either has a gun attached to his arm or is carrying a gun, as opposed to just having this weird gimpy gun claw arm thing. And also Optimus had a spin punch gimmick, which I also disabled for the lameness. Again, Megatron, not quite as posable as Prime. He does have ball joint hips, thigh swivels. Oh, and Prime also has the thigh swivels there. Hinge knees, feet that can move a little bit. Ratchet shoulders, hinge elbows. And his head does turn as well. So not bad 2-pack, especially if you could get it on clearance. It wasn't bad for the clearance price. Barely worth the I think it was 19 bucks they were charging for it initially. Megatron's overall the more solid, because he's got a decent alt mode and a fairly decent robot mode. Prime doesn't have a great alt mode, but definitely shines in robot mode. I like his robot mode. So there you have it, the review of the Ultimate Battle Classics 2-pack Optimus Prime and Megatron.